Jimmy, let me do now. Who's going to deliver within the next talent these days? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Musketeers, wait a minute. Do you continue to don't forget the boy with a brilliant face and innocent smile in? The Rifleman Johnny Crawford turned into not only a standout toddler actor, but additionally a Hollywood icon of the 1950s and 60s. From a skilled younger boy, he rose to grow to be a display star, a teenage rydal singer, or even an actual lifestyles cowboy. You did not smooth your plate, female. After we're better acquainted, you may also name me Miss Agnes. However, at the back of the glitz and glamour were years of you. Sandown's Johnny as soon as stood at the peak of fame, then gradually disappeared from Hollywood best to face a battle inside the stop that no person can ever win. I might not see anything. Mrs. Avery nicely, I nevertheless do not forget the first time I watched The Rifleman, the image of young Mark McCain with his vibrant eyes and harmless smile left a deep effect on me. But few people understand that Johnny's route to the Hollywood spotlight became something however smooth from a younger age. He had to step into the entertainment world in a manner nobody may want to have. Predicted hello, some left for me. Positive, from Musketeer to Western legend, Johnny Crawford changed into born on March 26, 1946 in Los Angeles, California, into a family. With a deep inventive subculture, he was the youngest of 4 siblings, and from an early age Johnny displayed a natural skills for appearing his own family, had a robust connection to the arts. His older brother, Bobby Crawford, later have become a well-known actor and producer, growing the best environment for Johnny to nurture his skills. At some point of his youth, Johnny changed into no longer handiest and shrewd and lively boy, but additionally had a deep ardor for the stage and screen, recognizing their son's innate ability. His parents guided him to a career in the arts from a very young age. The primary turning point in Johnny's profession got here in 1955, when he turned into simply 9 years old. He auditioned to come to be one of the contributors of the Mickey Mouse Club, Disney's famous kids' TV software on the time, with loads of younger actors vying for a niche, securing an area a few of the Musketeers changed into no easy feat. However, Johnny impressed the casting group with his level presence. Charming demeanor and natural acting capabilities. As a result, he changed into selected as one of the display's original solid members, fellas. How do you begin? You just start with the aid of whacking away at each, different with the one sticks first. Of all those are referred to as foils, no longer sticks, although he only appeared on the display for one season. The Mickey Mouse Club became a vital stepping stone for Johnny, allowing him to advantage early publicity to the leisure enterprise through the program. He became acquainted with cameras, found out a way to paintings on set, and evolved self-assurance in the front of Thelans. Nevertheless, what stood out became that after Johnny and his family agreed to participate within the show, they had been not paid to start with. Johnny's mother and father told his representative that their son failed to need money. They truly wanted to provide him an possibility to exhibit his expertise satirically. The display's producers had no aim of compensating the infant actors at some point of the first season, both Bobby and Johnny. That was clearly something. Boy, wonderful. I here suggested the match a draw. Notwithstanding this, Johnny and his family by no means regretted their choice. They understood that appearing at the Mickey Mouse Club would deliver popularity and open doors to future possibilities. Certainly, it wasn't long earlier than Johnny Crawford's call struck the attention of administrators and manufacturers. Small Roles television collection. Just like The Lone Ranger and The Adventures of Jim Bowie helped him gain experience and show his appearing capacity within the following years. Johnny entered to appear in numerous film initiatives despite the fact that they were just minor roles alternatively. His massive smash came in 1958 while Johnny auditioned for the Western TV series The Rifleman. The display revolved across the tale of Lucas McCain, a widowed sharpshooter dwelling together with his son Mark McCain within the rugged American West. The position of Mark McCain, a clever, kind-hearted but sturdy-willed boy, changed into a key part of the collection, and hundreds of infant actors auditioned for the chance to carry the individual to existence. Oh, she's gone, absolutely everyone's long. Passed it Sunday nicely. You think of something to do. You are a massive boy now. From the first actual display screen assessments, Johnny made a strong impression on the manufacturers now. Not only did he capture the innocence of a younger boy in the Wild West, but he additionally brought an emotional depth to Mark McCain, something rare among baby actors. At the time, this nice set him apart from different Contenders and in the long run won him the position when The Rifleman premiered on television. It quickly became a sensation. The image of Lucas McCain performed by way of Chuck Connors along his son Mark McCain portrayed through Johnny Crawford captured. The hearts of audiences, Johnny became not only a charming toddler actor, he introduced authenticity and brilliant emotional intensity to his character. What made the show even extra special became the bond among Johnny Crawford and Chuck Connor, which prolonged beyond the display screen. In real lifestyles, Connors have become a mentor and a father-parent to Johnny. He no longer most effective, taught the younger actor approximately the craft, but also imparted treasured lifestyles instructions. Their close dating delivered an additional layer of authenticity to the show-making. Their father-son dynamic, one of the most memorable on 1950s-60s television. The success of The Rifleman propelled Johnny Crawford to new heights in his career. He became one of the most beloved baby actors in America at the time in 1959. Just a year after the display's debut, Johnny obtained an Emmy nomination for Pleasant Helping Actor on the age of 13, an outstanding success that in addition cemented his reputation as a proficient young performer. In spite of gaining fame at any such young age, Johnny in no way let it have an effect on his dedication. He continued running on The Rifleman for 5 years, from 1958 to 1963, preserving professional paintings, ethic and relentless determination. At the same time as many baby actors struggled with unexpected stardom, Johnny controlled to sustain a stable profession. He understood that surviving inside the aggressive enjoyment industry required extra than simply talent. It demanded hard work, perseverance, and a robust spirit, but developing up within the leisure enterprise also came with substantial strain. At the same time as different children his age have been carefree and gambling, Johnny confronted an annoying work timetable and strict expectations on set, but irrespective of how tough it turned into, he remained cheerful, committed, and absolutely dedicated to his role. This willpower allowed him to create a Mark McCain that felt real and emotionally compelling on display screen. However, past the glimmering success of The Rifleman, Johnny's journey turned into far from over the years that accompanied could deliver him both triumphs and daunting challenges, the spotlight and the fateful notes after conquering television screens. Along with his position as Mark McCain and The Rifleman, Johnny Crawford did not stop at appearing, however, ventured into the world of music. On the time it changed into not uncommon for actors to transition into making a song, but achieving actual achievement became a wholly unique telltale. With his charismatic stage presence, charming performance style, and heat voice, Johnny quickly became a musical phenomenon and one of the most loved teen idols of the early 60s, a major turning factor got here in 1961 when Johnny signed a settlement with Della Statistics, a fame and document label specializing in producing smooth pop songs preferred by means of young audiences. From the second he launched into his singing career, Johnny established a excessive degree of professionalism. He did now not merely depend on his fame from The Rifleman, but truly invested in constructing his photograph as a youngster idol. On the time, the American music market was flooded with artists pursuing light, catchy pop tune, but Johnny managed to carve out a wonderful identification along with his romantic, youthful style and deeply expressive voice. Upon his debut, Johnny sent lovers into a frenzy. With his nostalgic and romantic hits, he fast achieved extraordinary achievement as numerous of his songs climbed the Billboard charts. Most substantially, 1962 marked a significant milestone, while Cindy's Birthday have become his biggest hit. With its sweet melody and simple but heartfelt lyrics, the music at once received great affection. The photo of Johnny with his guitar, his neatly styled Elvis Presley stimulated hair, and his heat voice on Degree have become an iconic representation of the era. Beyond Cindy's Birthday, Johnny persisted to prove his musical talent with a string of charting songs inclusive of Rumors, Your Nose Is Going to Grow Proud, and Lucky Star. Remarkably, between 1961 and 1964, he had 8 songs make it directly to the Billboard Top 100, a giant achievement for an emerging singer. This achievement proved that Johnny changed into not simply an actor who happened to dabble in music, but aerially proficient artist. His musical fame caused appearances on the covers of several Crew magazines together with Teen Life 16 magazine and Tiger Beat. His live shows have been packed with fanatics, specifically younger ladies who have been inclined to face in long strains simply to catch a glimpse in their idol in character. The fan craze surrounding Johnny on the time rivaled that of principal pop stars like Bobby Ryle and Paul Anka. He have become one of the uncommon young artists who may want to seamlessly balance both appearing and singing careers, but the spotlight does now not shine for all time by using the mid-1960s, the British invasion led by way of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and different rock bands absolutely converted. The American music scene's smooth pop artists like Johnny commenced to fade as rock and roll took center stage. His hits steadily disappeared from the charts and file sales declined extensively, recognizing that the musical landscape became shifting far from his style. Johnny decided to step away from the enterprise and returned to his finest passion, appearing. Even though his track profession became pretty short-lived, it left an enduring effect. Johnny's songs, mainly Cindy's Birthday, Persevered to Be, performed on radio stations and featured in nostalgic television programs about the 1960s. After leaving music behind, Johnny dedicated himself totally to performing. He appeared in numerous famous TV collections, such as Raw, Hide Hawaii 5-0, and The Lone Ranger. While he never regained the identical stage of fame he had throughout the Rifleman era, Johnny remained a respected determinant within the enjoyment enterprise. It may be stated that although music turned into no longer Johnny Crawford's #1 career route, he proved himself to be a flexible artist, from a baby actor to a pop music sensation, and then returned to the display. Each segment of Johnny's profession left an unforgettable mark, contributing to his popularity as an entertainment legend. But after years of astounding success, Johnny Crawford would soon face the best challenges of his life, the very last conflict. After years of shining beneath the level lights, Johnny Crawford steadily withdrew from the spotlight, selecting a nonviolent lifestyle, unfastened from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. He still seemed in some minor movies, however. His appeal became no longer what it had been in the course of his golden days. Fanatics, who as soon as adored the young guy from The Rifleman, slowly grew acquainted with not seeing Johnny on display as frequently. However, for him this changed into no longer a matter of being forgotten, but really a new segment of lifestyle, one in which he could enjoy the less difficult matters along with his family and loved ones. Although he turned into not active inside the enjoyment industry, Johnny maintained sturdy friendship with Chuck Connor's on-screen father. Their bond prolonged some distance past the set, lasting for decades. The two regularly stored in contact, reminiscing approximately their loved memories from The Rifleman. Then in 1991, Johnny had the opportunity to reunite with Connors in The Gambler Returns. The luck of the draw, this reunion turned into greater than simply another movie project. It changed into a tribute to the enthusiasts who had cherished them, but the joy became short-lived. Only a year later, Chuck Connors handed away from lung cancer, leaving an immense void in Johnny's heart. His lifelong pal, Heisenschreen father, became long gone, and perhaps with that loss, part of Johnny quietly faded away as well. Following that occasion, Johnny became even more reclusive. He hardly ever seemed in public, dedicating more time to his own family and the small joys of everyday existence. He changed into not visible on display, but that did no longer mean he'd forgotten his superb years. Johnny remained an artist with a heart dedicated to his craft. He had sincerely selected to flip the web page to a new bankruptcy. Then, in 2019, after more than 2 decades away from the display, Johnny made a stunning go back in the film. The Marshal, his appearance, straight away captured the interest of longtime fans. Once again, they saw the cowboy. They'd trendy, nonetheless, rugged, nevertheless. Sturdy as thaw, time had in no way touched him, but nobody ought to have imagined that this would be Johnny's very last time in the front of the camera. That identical or heartbreaking information emerged. Johnny Crawford became identified with Alzheimer's disease. For someone who'd spent his life immortalizing tales on display, losing his memory became the most devastating tragedy of all of the extraordinary years. The jobs that had brought him to the height of fame, now they had been fading into naught. Anything, however vague, fleeting fragments. In the beginning, Johnny fought against the disorder, but in a short time his situation deteriorated swiftly. The cruel contamination no longer only made him forget his cherished ones, but also left him not able to care for himself in the end. His circle of relatives made the difficult decision to vicinity him in a specialized care facility where his spouse Charlotte also labored. This allowed her to be by using his side each day, tending to him with all of the love and patience she had. Those near Johnny recalled that whilst his memories slipped away, on every occasion he heard an antique tune or noticed a scene from The Rifleman. His eyes might nonetheless light up as though for a quick moment the beyond changed into still within reach, but the tragedy did no longer stop there, the cost of. Alzheimer's remedy turned into sizable, and Johnny did now not have the economic method to manage to pay for lengthy time period care. Even though he had once been a Hollywood star through the final year of his life, his remaining fortune changed into only about $500. A modest amount compared to the fame he once held. Going through monetary problems, his family reached out for assist from pals and lovers. A GoFundMe page changed into installation, and in a short time, thousands of human beings from throughout contributed. To make certain Johnny obtained the first-rate viable care, this overwhelming assist became the clearest testament to the affection that enthusiasts still had for him, a love that by no means diminished even as his spotlight dimmed with time. However, regardless of how difficult one fights, time waits for no one. On April 29, 2021, Johnny Crawford took his final breath on the age of 75. The reason become pneumonia complications after contracting COVID. He surpassed away in his wife's hands, peacefully and gently concluding a protracted journey filled with each glory and problem some other. Hollywood celebrity had fallen, but the light Johnny left behind will for all time shine in the hearts of his fans, a legend that will never be forgotten. Johnny Crawford changed into not just an actor or a singer, he became a loved reminiscence for many generations. He might not have had the fantastic fame off a number of his contemporaries. However, he constructed a consistent career and held a unique location inside the hearts of his fanatics. As time passes, Johnny's call remains forever linked to the picture of a kind-hearted, resilient Western boy in the Rifleman, a true symbol of the golden age of American television. What set Johnny apart turned into now not only his expertise, but additionally his willpower. To the arts he did now not choose the easy course or chase fleeting stardom, however alternatively persisted on his very own journey. From an infant actor to a multi-gifted artist, Johnny gave his all to every function and each music, even if his career changed into not at its peak. He continued to seem in numerous initiatives, massive and small, as a manner of showing gratitude to the audience who had usually supported him. In contrast to many younger stars who struggled with the pressures of fame, Johnny navigated his profession with grace and sincerity. He became by no means one to seek interest or controversy. Instead, he let his paintings communicate for itself, whether it changed into through his performing his song or his public appearances. He remained a beloved figure who carried himself with warmth and humility. His capacity to stability, exceptional aspects of his career, from being a teen idol to later transitioning into extra greater mature roles, confirmed his versatility and resilience in an ever-changing enterprise. People regularly say that success is not only measured by using awards or wealth, however, additionally with the aid of how someone is remembered once they go away. This international Johnny never had surprising scandals or blockbuster hits, but he had something far extra treasured: the honest love of individuals who followed him for decades. Fans don't forget him now, not only for his roles, however, for his humility, warm temperature, and positive spirit even within the face of lifestyle's toughest demanding situations. Johnny's very last years may not have been easy, but the love from his fanatics and family in no way diminished. The heartfelt tributes and emotional messages from pals, colleagues, and admirers prove that his legacy isn't simply on display or in track, but in the hearts of folks who as soon as loved him. Even though the level lighting have dimmed, their reminiscence of Johnny Crawford will live on and unassuming. Yet colorful legend Heis effect goes past simply nostalgia. Even nowadays, the Rifleman remains rediscovered by new audiences, proving that Johnny's paintings has stood the check of time. His song, full of younger power and heartfelt emotion, nevertheless finds a place inside the playlists of folks that admire the golden era of pop, and above all of the kindness and passion he delivered to his craft will preserve to inspire generations to come. When you have any recollections of Johnny Crawford, feel unfastened to percentage them within the feedback below, as we don't forget a celebrity with the intention to in no way fade. And in case you enjoyed this video, don't neglect to like and subscribe to the channel for greater inspiring stories from the world of cinema.